Really? Right, give me 2 seconds, people. Crunchy. And that camera's a little bit kind of weird. You should have bid. I'm gonna punch him. Oh, crunchy. Crunchy doodah. Right, I'm still on. I'm in the wrong cut. Really, things have not went well at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. This has been a wee bit here. So my phone is very low charge. I'm still on. I'm in the wrong cut. Really, things have not went well at the moment. Was I in the right cut? Alright, I did. I swapped it around. Yeah, I'm watching the end of Block Party, who's not my favourite guy. I'm not gonna lie. He's bobby pins. You just put just. Yeah. Right, wait till I get semi-organised here because so my phone wasn't charged, so that was problematic. I'll turn this light this way a little bit because it's kind of glaring in the camera. So So I need to watch my phone status because I think it's 50 odd percent, which might not, I don't know, we'll wait and see. I could plug my charger, could plug this into it, but if I've got it up there, I don't know how that's going to work. So yeah, just Block Party. I could have stopped it, but I'm kind of at that point. He's not my favourite YouTuber. I find him very grindy in my system. I think he's just annoying, to say the least. But I mean, he is what he is. He's harmless, so people say. So here we go. It's Fett Friday, and we're going to be building this. So. If you can see the underside, it's Jango Fett's Slave 1. Now it does say Firecrest. It's fire. It just says Jango Fett. It's a fire spray 31. Right, I'll get the bags here. What I'll probably, in fact, you know what, I'm going to set these down on here. On the seat, there we go. That's better. Right, they can just sit there. So here we go. Book 1, I'm going to watch because there is a code on there. So, swap that down there. I think I've got the stickers in. Maybe that one, I can't remember if they're in book 1. Right, so Get that out of the way there. Who's on? Hi Chaos 11. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back in. Welcome to the stream. So Anya's also crunching sweets, which
Can you hear me?
oh, I can hear you. I'm probably going to get you up in this thing here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly, because I need to turn Kevin down a little bit. He's getting to the end of his crap that he talks. Yeah, the guy's okay. I mean, I maybe knock him off too much, but I'm going to try and maybe attach this power bank, this here. So I do realise the light is kind of bad. That's because I need to bring this light. So this is a power bank. What I'm going to try and do is attach this. Oh, jeez, man. Yeah, it's quite... I don't think that's going to work. What I may do is, if you just bear with me, I'm just going to be that way. Right, do you know what I might do? 2 seconds. Oh, jeez, no, I can't. That's too much for me. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my case off. Hi Kate, how you doing? I haven't slept all night and it will be a top of 40 degrees today. Yes, I saw that there was a news that was going to maybe get into the 50s. I watched the replay. Okay, what from Kate? Sorry, everyone. Hi Kate, don't worry. You do you. The Mario Galaxy movie trailer 2 is on this week and on Sunday. I remember watching the first one. But I'm going to try and see if I can attach this with... Oh my goodness. I really need to clean my phone. Yeah, I'm going to attach this. So my power bank's attached to this. So this could go really wrong. Or it could go really right. So I'm going to get it roughly there. This could be a game changer, as they say. Right. That's attached. Get this cable from my speaker. So today we were, this cable's just gonna act like an absolute numpty in it. So I need to get that down there. There we go. So cable's there. So I might give my phone case all clean. Stick that over there. I don't need that. So today I went in and I got these little. So this is Series 28 minifigs are out. So I use the little app, and you can basically choose what you get. So this is a little fish. So little animals. Here's a little shark with a little pearl. Don't know if you can see that. Maybe the focus point's a little bit off. There we go. Maybe there. And then there's a little bunny rabbit with his little Easter. So they're pretty cool. It just means you can buy the set for relative cheap. For just the allotted amount. Right, my stations are... It's not a bit of a mess, but it's... Could do a little tidy. Right, put them there. So, as my angle's pretty decent here. I probably don't want to get the... So here we go. This is Jango Fett's Slave 1. Now we could have built a million... Well, I'll say a million. I don't have a million sets. But we could have built a lot of different stuff. Do you know what I might do? I might get this over here. Kind of out of the way. But this is Jango Fett's Slave 1. Now, Disney have called it, I think it's a Fire Crest. Is it Fire Crest? Am I thinking a Razor Crest? It's Fire Spray. I think it's Fire Spray, actually. Yeah, Fire Spray 31 class patrol craft. Which was only one of... I think they did make more in the future, but there was 6 prototypes and Jango Fett stole. So you can see here that works pretty nice. That's a really nice print. Quite nice to get that in a bigger print. So there you go, one of a kind. So one of the kind is basically signifying that Jango Fett went in. In fact, let's just read it here. Benefits of any decent bounty hunter in the galaxy. Jango Fett acquires his signature starship while on a chaotic mission. After losing his previous ship during a prison riot on Ovo 4 asteroid, he steals one of the 6 fire spray patrol ships from the prisoner's hangar bay, blowing up the remaining 5 on his way out. Even after Jango's later offered a comfortable life as a well-paid prime clone for Count Dooku's clone army on Camino, he keeps his starship and continues to pursue his bounty hunting activities for the rest of his Star Wars history. And there's another nice rendition of Jango. And there's Boba. You can just see Boba there. And there's the Fire Spray, Slave One. In fact, that is Slave One because obviously that's what he called it. I take it, would that be Obi-Wan Kenobi there, perhaps? So, and here we go, running in the family. And there we go, there's a little kind of semi-cut through of the ship. And there's some pictures, there's Boba holding, unfortunately, his dad's helmet. And there's Boba and Jango there. And I think that is a seismic charge. So, and here we go, details on display. I think this has got a better interior. There's a little bit more at the back of this one. Slight maybe improvements on the original one that I just built. Here we go. So get on board. Taking wings. The loading dock ramp comes down as well, which is quite nice. Twin blasters on the top, which looks slightly different to obviously Boba Fett's or the old UCS set. Again, cockpit's a little bit different. So here we go. So straight off we've got Boba Fett. So also with this one, I also got this. I think I've showed this before. This is a little collectible. This is available on the Insiders site. This is a little lenticular coin. So it basically, to see how it's up and down in it. So if you get it with that, you can actually see it changes, and it comes out. It's got a little stand at the back, and that will sit like that. So that will sit with this model once it's built. So that's going to be quite nice. So pop that away, pop it over here. So here we go. Let's crack on with the. Let's crack on. I need to get something on this telly actually. Let's see what we can get. So I don't even know if that guy Kevin got what he was. Oh, he's live. Rockets 18 fries. Again, it's him doing a live stream. I just cannot be done with their live streams. It's just, I'm not even going to entertain it. But I'm going to put some ambient. I'm going to put that on. I don't even know what it is. Right, let's crack on with this. So I could have built a couple of this. I've got Gizmo to start building. Originally I was going to do that the other week. Well, not the other week. Earlier this week. But I had a really bad back on sort of Monday or Tuesday. Dash into Wednesday. It wasn't really a back. It was an overall body ache I had. I don't know what was up. Things. So we're into the paper bag, which I quite like the paper bags. So as in the movie, there's Jango's helmet after he's been decapitated. So again with this, it looks as if it's nice, small, manageable mounts. So the figure in this, because it's a UCS set, the minifig is actually it's not like a massive thing. 20 odd pounds, I think it'll cost to buy Jango Fett. And Jango Fett had different guns. I think the silver guns. So here we go. So we're gonna build Jango Fett. This light is actually quite intrusive. That's better. It's shining in my eyes. So again, really nice detailing. Some nice printing, arm prints, back print. So we've got the little his backpack, which is a kind of silver one. With Bobber's was green. So what face have we got? We've got a kind of angry face and a kind of grimacy face. We'll put the grimace face on. So we do have there's the little, I was going to say, usually you get a little plastic bag for those parts. You know, the little scope, or the little, what is it called? This little part, the little viewfinder thing. Right, he does have hair in this as well. So I think when he's in his ship, he takes his helmet off, and you've got the old hair. So he had quite a funny hair. It was like you can see this. It's like a raspberry hair top type affair. I think there's another one that's got a. I thought there was one that had the, the kind of mic part. Maybe that's later. I don't know. Anyway, we'll probably put on his helmet because to me, that's Jango. There he is. There's old Jango. We'll keep his little. Put him there. Oh, that was a good sneeze. Right, here we go. So this is going to be quite good to see how this one's built. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to build this after building the Boba Fett one. Because it's going to be a little bit... It'll be interesting to see, the kind of differences in the build sequence. Right, is that camera... Maybe it's better being a bit more there. Right, here we go. So... Starting off with this, and we're pushing these. Take it there. I don't think it really matters what way they go. It looks as if they're coming through this way, actually. So yeah, me and Anya were away down a place called Creetown, which is a little village in the middle of nowhere, basically. Quaint little place. I wonder would that be better if it went through the other way? Because if I put this here, do you know, I'm going to turn them round because I think having the pin going this way is going to be better. It doesn't really make a difference, I don't think, because they're both the same. I just think pushing that on is better. So hope everybody's doing well. Kate's away to bed, her. She didn't sleep too well. They've got a really bad heat wave coming. Like a little kind of, almost like a wee, I don't know, it's like a little kind of heat haze type thing, storm. There we go. So yeah, we were down, we just stayed overnight. Because the first time I've met Anya's sister, so... and plus the fact, because Anya was at college, we didn't really have that much time, so... It meant that we could have stayed tonight. We could have stayed, but really, it kind of compromised a lot of things because I'm back to work tomorrow. So it would mean that I'd be coming up at, the time we come up like today. Got home about 2-3ish. So yeah, it would just compound a lot of things. But we really enjoyed it. It was good. Good food as well. Plenty of food. But yeah, I was thinking I was gonna get I think it was Cobb Vanth, his speeder bike, and I thought, do you know what? Nah. So that's why I bought those little series 28 minifigs. They're quite good because I can scan. I can scan with my phone app, and it shows you what you're gonna get, which is it is a little bit cheaty, but let's not beat about the bush. That's quite a good thing. So we've actually got quite a lot of these. No, they're different actually. Well, there's his guns. Do you know what? I don't think we gave him guns. Let's see. I take it he would have guns. Oh God, I can't get this page. Yeah, he actually doesn't have his guns there, but he's got. So Jango had like two of these. He had the silver. So I take it's going to be these. These are not going to be a detail. They could be actually, but I'd imagine they had two sort of pistols. So we'll give Django his two guns there. Put them back up there. There we go. Got a spare gun here. Put that there. Right, we're right, so we're building this up here. So yeah, I've had a fairly quiet holiday. It's that wee bit of a kind of body issue I had. So it was more, to be honest, I really don't know what it was exactly. It's my body just ached, was the best way of putting it. And the worst thing was I just wanted to lie down and sleep and I couldn't because every time I laid down it was just this ache. And it was just so bad, but it cleared after about maybe 2 days. But that's enough of my old man syndrome. Let's go on with the build here. Now where's that going? It looks as if that's going down here. I think it's going down here, not in here. We'll soon know. 19 to 20. Yeah. I think it's going down there just to fill out a little gap. Yeah, this light is just, it's not terribly good here. I'll get the shine off this. This was really, when I was building Boba Fett the other day, the light was really doing my head in. We got another one on top. Right, and this is going to go on here. So it's going in like that. Yep. And this whole thing is attaching. It looks as if it's going. Oh, see, I can't see with that. Do you know it's so annoying. That's better. Maybe it's not. It's away from the. Now it's on. I don't know. It's fine. I was building before and it didn't seem as bad. Oh, this thing's falling. Just everything. You could sit there. Yeah, is that going like there? Yeah. There we go. Oh, it's not easy. That's going in there. So as the camera angle, do you know what, I might get a little bit further down. Oh, smudge. How's that? There we go. Probably actually brought Boba Fett's through, but they're not going to see it. If I was, do you know what? I might actually potentially I may go back to my old system. This system's good, but saying that because I've got my battery is a bit iffy. I don't know if that would fit. It may fit. I don't know. I'll wait and see. I'll look at it and I'll maybe just make a decision. Right, we're turning that over. I like this camera, but I think it's quite nice because I could have Boba Fett's ship sitting here just as a little kind of. In fact, do you know what? I may just do that because I think it'd be nice to see that any differences that there are. I think would be quite good. Right, this is going in here. There we go. Let's go like that. And I think I'd actually prefer that if I'm brutally honest. Because the Boba Fett ship's quite mobile. It's not really hard to get down and manoeuvre. And it's a direct comparison because this basically is it's slightly modified. This ship, it's got a little bit more, say, better interior. But it's got a lot. Yeah, it's different. It's different in some aspects. Maybe just square that up a little bit. There we go. Right, what have we got? Got a white stud on here. Just that one. And then we've got because I could have built something else and now where is it's going up the top. And you know, completely changed it, but I think for me, I really do like to see the differences in the build. Right, this is attaching on, so it's going there. It's going this way, isn't it? Ah, I see where it's going. So it must be attaching up. Yeah, it's going up there. And then we've got a little bracing part just going there. There we go. Nice. Nice. Right, what way? I would say they're going through that way. Because I can see the little collar. Lipstick on your collar. Gonna tell on you. Whoa. Lipstick on your collar. Anya's dead.
I'm tired though. Well, not tired, just meh.
Meh. She's meh. Right. So we've got a big long one going on. So that is, yeah, so that's going in there. I'm actually quite jovial.
I know you stopped whining.
I think I'm always a little bit like, I'm just happy to be alive.
I'm happy, I'm just me.
No, I'm saying I'm happy. Well, I don't care about you. That sounds bad, but yeah, I'm happy. So I'm.
Yeah, but you should have got me a bit happy too.
Yeah, I do, but then I suppose previously I had to weather storms. I had to go through the stormy Atlantic Ocean. think I'm going to sneeze. Right, so I'm probably going to get this camera down. I'm going to try and put it back up and just have a like the old style. I may, do you know, I may like offshoot. I may sort of just play about a little bit with that camera. I'm happy with it. I think it works. I think it's good. But I think it'd be quite. I think having Boba Fett Slave One here and building this and being able to compare, I think would actually be a lot better. But that's just me. So I build bag one as we are, and then I'll slightly modify, as they say. There we go. Right, so we're up to some kind of mechanical gizmo going on here. That's Christmas. So I've just realised I've looked up at my ambience and it's Christmas. I might change. So we're building some kind of mechanical device here. So this is going quite a unique place. It's 1, 2, it's 3 down from this stud. So 1, 2, so is it going in there? Is that clipping in to that, or is no? It can't be. It's got to be loose, I think. 27 to 28. Yeah, it looks as if it's loose. So this whole thing here is going in. Okay, so let's just. So these two here, this here is going in. So it looks as if that's going there, and that's going. That's correct. Right, let's just line up this little white one here. There we go. Oh, sorry. Oh, God, I've completely missed the boat there. Remember to put this little piece here through. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I've got to put that little part through there. Right, that's through. We have got, this is going on the underside. Now, is that going from, yeah, it's going from the grey part here up there, and that's going to interlock these two together. And then we have got, it don't matter if it's black or white. He. There we go. Quite a complex part of the build here. We've got another little interesting element here. We've got blue. So that's going in there. Then we've got a Technic pin going up this part. And that is going to clip in roughly here. How many is it from? Yeah, stud, it's got in there. And it's facing, no. Blue end's going in. Black end's going down. And then we've got a bracket. Do you know, I don't like how I've got an extra piece here. I don't like that. I never like the Technic pins, these, but these look like, yeah, that's the little visor parts we've got extra, which is good. But I don't like how I've got that 1x3. The 1x3's kind of worrying me a little bit. That must be going in the next one there. It's got to be. So that's what we built in bag one. So a little bit of a different setup to the Boba Fett. So that's a spare. This, I need to check this 1x3. This 1x3 is scaring me a little bit. Oh, do you know what? My spares jar's overflowing and I haven't really bothered to empty it. Just because reasons. I've got a lot of big parts. There we go, just take them and put them at the side. Right, I'm going to quickly go back through because I do not like how there is a 1x3. So what I'm just checking all my build sequences and I'm just really looking for a 1x3. And then when I see that 1x3, I'm checking that the build, see there's a 1x3, nah, is it there? It's there, isn't it? Yep, it's up here. No, it's not, it's there. So we've got that one's there. Right, back, oh, there's another one. I think we got that one as well because I think that one was on here and here. Maybe they've just got an extra. There's another one there, but we put, did we? Yeah, we did. Yeah, that's on there. It looks as if, I think it's just an extra. I really do. Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, I think that's an extra. Right, so we'll just go with that then. But I'm going to quickly just switch things up here, just a smidge, nothing major. So I just really want to, and it just shows you that the build we did before we Boba, old Boba Fett's. So 2 seconds. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this camera from here. Hopefully I'm still going to be able to charge this. That is the plan. Oh, I'm going to have to remove stuff here. 2 seconds, guys and girls. Right, let's see. Let's see if this works. I think this should work. If this does work, it's maybe not. What I may have to do is modify my setup here just a smidge around it. Okay. Right. That could be good, although I've got it going the wrong way. Oh, this. Right, what I may do is, oh, sorry, just, right, 2 seconds, I need to get this back out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to slightly destroy my stand, but the good thing is, do you know that's a stroke of genius? I ain't going to lie. So I've modified my stand, but it means it can take that battery, which means that if I'm struggling with power, I can slap that on. So I'm just gonna plug that down. At some point, I'm gonna look and see why has my stand got this part that looks different. Right, let's just see what we can do here. Probably get this mic further. Oh, jeez, Boba Fett's not going to sit because he's just a rebel. He is actually a rebel. It's a bounty hunter. Bounty hunter. Right, I'm going to get my mic up here. Right, let's retrieve old Slave 1. Oh, my slippers are falling off. Everything's going peak tall. So here we go. In fact, you know what? I'll bring put him there just now. I'll bring Boba. Boba's got a new home, so let's bring this. So this is the original UCS Slave 1. This is Boba Fett's Slave 1. As you can see. So sit him there, put chat here. Boba Fett can go actually just there. That's quite nice actually. So that means, and it kind of hides my mic, My mic's just here. She'll still be able to hear me. But let's have a little mic check. Yep, loud and clear. 5 by 5. And it means I get the plans here. So this is my, when I bought these, well, not this one, but I bought my stand for the Millennium Falcon. I've also bought a stand for another project, and you know about my X-Wing UCS, and when you bought them, you got this, which is a minifig display case, and in there, so I had an extra Boba Fett. So the Boba Fett that's in Slave 1 is a cheaper Boba Fett. I actually don't know how much that Boba Fett is. He's got a side cloth, but it's not that side cloth. So that is the, in theory, that's like £100 minifig. So I put that Boba Fett in this just because he is a bit, you can see the side, it's like a poncho type of thing. Minty, fresh Boba Fett from this build. So he's going to be there. So he can sit just here. Right, let's go. Let's get on with bag 2. That's a better setup, I think. I feel as if that kind of diffuses a bit of the light as well. And it means I can look at the build and see how this slightly differs to Jango's. And there's Jango can go beside his dad. Sorry, his son. Right, back to it. Let's back to it. I might put his cannons up actually, because they may get in the way. Although no, put his cannons down because that's. So, bag within a bag. With 2 bags within a bag. Nice. Oh, now Christinap dash S5N. Now I don't know who that is. I also have this. So you've got the Jango Fett. I'm not gonna lie, I've got this in a really good buy. Which is one of the reasons why I have it. And then I acquired this, the original, or the retired Boba Fett Slave 1. Which I really picked up for quite a good buy. So as I say, it's going to be really interesting, and that's why I brought this one through, Boba Fett's Slave 1, just so we can compare any differences that there's going to be. Right, so off we go with bag number 2. So I think one of my subscribers said that the base of Boba Fett's Slave 1 was a lot more sturdier than the base of this one. So we'll see what that's like. Oh, do you know what, right, I need to change this because it's Christmas. Not that it's not nice, but we'll put that on. I guess that's going to be quite loud now. So I actually noticed here a little modification I could do to Boba Fett. There's a little 1x2 here. So if we've got a tile piece, we could cover that up. But it kind of shows you that it's a Lego. I think Lego like to put little parts in. And also Boba Fett's ship has these extra missile parts here, which are quite nice. I'm going to actually put them in. This one is a little bit tricky because you've got to kind of aim it in, and the way you pull that out. So there we go. Right. Everyday people. Ah. Sorry. Everyday people. Right. Now get these little parts going in there. Right. Oh. Trucking stuff about here. Turn it over. Yeah, I'll probably look into getting, maybe moving this or slightly changing it up. I don't know. I'll maybe look at different, because to do it as we streams maybe not the best way. Right, that's that done. Turn it over. And we have got little parts going in here. It's these little pieces. $34. So this is going in. So this is going in here. So it's attaching to this back piece. So basically these three are going in here. There we go. I must admit, I think I prefer this setup. And having that battery pack, taking off that little piece at the front, means that I can stream. But I do like, because you can see, I don't know why I went on to him. You can see like Boba Fett's ship here. It just adds a bit more. A little bit more to the stream, I think. I do like it up here because you can see a little bit the build better. But yeah. These are coming through, so the little, I don't see the collar this side, so it's coming through from this side. I've got 2 Technic pins. Right, this, yeah, so this is just really the same as what we built on that other side. So I am looking for, so is this going up? Great, so it's going there. got that little piece on the end. Right. So now we're building this little piece. Do you know what? Is there such a thing? Let's just see. Jango Fett ambient. God, what? See if you're Scottish and you've got some form of like voice thing. It's not good. I'm gonna try this again. Jango Fett. Jango Fett ambient. Oh my God! Seriously, please. Honestly, it's just. Do you know what? It really does my. You know what's in. Right, 2 seconds. Bear with me. I'm going to have to type this in because Scottish and any kind of like device that listens to your verbal communication does not work with the Scottish dialect. So, apologies while I type this in because it is going to take a little bit. Oh, space, please. I think I did have a space actually. Right. It probably, maybe it does exist. We'll soon see. Right, this could be musicy. This could be musicy and incorporated, perhaps. We'll wait and see. I'm not hopeful. I think the last time there was a lot of orchestral type. We'll wait and see. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt here. So I don't know if there's going to be any music in this. Whoa! Jango the Bounty Hunter. Yeah. Wasted talent. And then that little, I think, is that grey? It must be grey, it's going to be grey. That was it last night. Yep. Right, so this is going on. So that's going in there. There we go. So that's just attached to the end. This is where I'm just gonna, you know what, I'm gonna check. Yeah, I think that was an extra piece. Well, we'll soon know. And that attaches on there. Oh, you apps. Oh, shit. That's run the whole length of that table, and it's, do you know, because this is a piece that I don't think I've got extras, and it's went into that little cupboard here. Oh no, this could be bad. This could be all kinds of bad. Oh. Sorry. Oh, stroke of luck. So, I thought it went into the cupboard. So, bonus is there's a little red wine here. I'm just going to have a wee glass. Do you want a glass?
No, darling.
This thing doesn't really work, I don't think that.
Take it out then.
You know that. Just, you can't slide the glasses out. I'm going to move that. Just an executive decision, I think. I mean, it kind of did work a wee bit, but it just means that. Like 2 seconds, folks. The stream's a wee bit kind of.
Is that all over the place today?
It's not one of the best. Just going to give this glass a wee clean. It's a bit dusty. I hate cleaning wine glasses. Because I'm off, so you might as well, while you're on holiday, you might as well partake in a little glass of wine. So this Boba, the Book of Boba Ambient, it's just basically Jabba the Hutt's palace where Boba went into, and it's just wind. That's actually not bad. I thought there might be some music or something, but so danger averted with that piece. I thought I was going to have to deconstruct something. Right, let's have a little red. Let's have a big glass of red. So this is Marks and Spencer's Raso de la Cruz. So, any wine connoisseurs out there? Cheers, bottoms up. Oh, very nice. Right, so right, this part goes. I think that right. So that goes that way. Right, do you know what? I might come. Don't get me wrong. The Book of Boba here is pretty good, but is there anything else? We'll see what this is. This is Slave 1 for an hour. Now this could be really bad. Oh, for goodness sake! Oh, I think I've got a spare Technic piece, and I'm not going down, so I'm just going to grab one from my spares. It probably would have been a spare anyway, but everything's just. There we go. Right, flip that over. There we go. Right, over the page. 39 to 40, so we're building this little double stacker thing. kind of weird. It's like it's at the back end of Slave 1. I think it's... Yeah, that might not be really that good, but... It's a good concept, but... Right, this is going on... I think that's going on like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's like that. And then how's that turning, is that? Oh, it's like that. Right. Right, that's good up. Right, that's attaching to this, so the shade on that is annoying. Right, so that's going to be like this. I think that means it's going up high, isn't it? Like this. Yeah. Then that little 3-piece is attaching on here, which we did have on that other one, yeah. So chat is fairly quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did that? I put that the wrong way, didn't I? This one. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. That was the right way. It's just when I pushed it, that's why, because that was right. That's it. Yeah, I'm not really into this Boba Fett one. It's pretty cool in the sense that imagine if you were flying behind Boba Fett's ship. But it's probably not really. I think these things are just what is this? See what this is. Right, we get anything else going on this? Yeah, we got a Technic pin going in here. I think it's just in that first available slot.
Choose their hair, look, and Stranger Things outfit. Add some fun accessories they're sure to recognize. Then, put their name on the custom box. That's a unique gift, ready to send. Pop yourself Stranger Things. Create yours at Funko.com.
There we go. Right. Then we get this attaching there. Got a little disc in the end.
On the UK's best broadband technology. Plus, we're the only major provider who'll give you up to £300 to switch. Offer ends 29th of January.
Right. Over the page. We're over to 44, sorry. Right, that's sitting on top. Then we've got this 3-piece going there. And then we get that. Go. Now I'm building this little pin part again, so white parts go through it. that is going in. So it 1, 2. So it's going in here, and it's kind of rest on that Technic pin. And then this is attaching to. And remember to put that part through the slot. So there we go. That's going in like that. There we go. And then we have got, once we join them, we've got the, yeah, that's going underneath. That's right, that's going in there. So that is going basically there. There we go. Oops, sorry. Where did that part come off of there? That's it. There we go. Right, that is that part. I think, see, pretty much up. Oh, we've got these little parts, so we've got that. Technic part going in there, and then the little part at the bottom, and then it's the blue part that's attaching into this one. And then we get this arm. The Technic pin, where's is that got 1, 2, 3, so it's going in here. And I think that just goes right next to it, I believe. Right, so, and then these two are attaching together. Yeah. I can see already where the wing parts are going to go. So that's at that. So the wing parts are obviously going to go here. So yeah, they've got a little bit of a different system of putting this on. I wonder if anything happens in this. Yeah, there's a little bit of turning, but I don't think there's really much else. Right, over the page, 50. Yeah, so we're joining these up. God, there's a lot of I think some of the I'm just trying to find a decent ambient.
There's something different about owning something almost nobody else has. That's why when Ridge dropped their limited Kintsugi collection, I had to grab it. Inspired by the Japanese art of turning imperfections into golden masterpieces, each Ridge Kintsugi wallet has a completely unique.
I have knocked that little piece off again.
That means the wallet in my pocket right now, you won't see another one exactly like it. It comes.
Right, we've got that on. Right, we're turning it over. We've got these little disc part. Whoa. Do you know what? I thought there was 3. I was going to say I've only got 2, but we've already got 1 attached, so. There we go. Right, over the page. Right, again, we're building similar to what we built with the Boba Fett one. I do think there's going to be a lot that's going to be the same. Right, this is now going into this middle piece. So that's going in there. And we're turning it over. Build some plates up here. So we have got these little parts here. And then we get two of these little snot bricks. $53 to $54. Just trying to see that, as I say, that the book itself, there's a little bit of sheen to the, because of the light here, which is quite nasty. So that little part done. That is bridging across there, so that's going to firm up that little piece. There we go. I think that could be bag number. Yeah. So again, we've actually got a spare one of these 1x3s, which I find quite... You don't usually get spare of that type of size. Not that I'm aware of. I've never had any spares from that. Right, let's continue with bag 3. I don't know the time. So 1 hour, yeah. Okay, we've still got a little bit. Again, check that there's no leftovers. Go. Right, bag 3. So really not a lot of the ship done so we can compare and stuff. Oh, I don't know. Is that better? Maybe the sheen's not as much. Yeah, maybe it's better. Okay. Oh. Right. So this kit was released last year. I think it was around about, was there no Star Wars Day I think it got released? I'm looking for another one. Oh, there it is. Got it. Right, what we got? Oh, come on, go for there. Oh, nothing's sitting right at the table. Oh, no. Nope, nope, nope. Another one. Then another one. And I've got 2 going on the top. Okay. that is going on. Oh, yeah. No, I need to put. Yeah, two. Right, I need the other. Is that one I need? Aye, that's going like that. Yeah, that's it. Go. Right, got a double ender. There it is. They just come off. There's only one really stud holding them, so they're going to be a little bit iffy. 58. Big plate, and this is going in like this. Oh, that's quite an interesting fit. So that just slaps onto the back of a plate. And we get some more of these ones going on the sides. Going the same way probably. Now we've got a blue and a little diagonal piece. Right. Oh, I swear to. I don't know why I'd taken that. It's the sheen just does my head in. Can I get it more like this? Honestly, it's just. Annoying's just an understatement. It's kind of like I just cannot put it anywhere where there's not a horrible sheen on this. Honestly, maybe if I go further up here. It's maybe a wee bit better. It's been bugging me for the last couple of streams. It's just it's so bad. I usually have this little light, but I don't think. It's right in front of me. Right, this is going to go on. Attaches to the underside. So get my wine over. Put my wine here. Right, onward and downward, as they say. Ah, right, I see. These two wee parts are going here. There it is. This is attaching down this part. 59 to 60. Right, so got more parts getting added onto the base here, but facing up the way. So and then we've got these side elements here, and they're facing out the way. So there's like more attachment points. Right, but it's a 2 times build actually. So we will build it as we go here. Do you know what? I think sometimes maybe there's not really a good Boba Fett ambience type thing. This could be a little bit more interesting. So a little right, and oh well, they're not attaching yet. So 2 of these. So there. Oh, again, this. Maybe if I had something up here would maybe be quite good. That'd actually be ideal because it wouldn't be shining as much. But so we've got another part going up here, and then we've got that there attaching up like this, and that's that part complete. So rinse and repeat. And then these are attaching on to this end like this. So there we go, this sort of thing going on. And there's the back. Right, we've now got, we're building on another little attachment part, like a separate build. So 2 of these. So basically half and half, I'd take it. Yeah. Square that off. Right, that's that little bit. Then we've got another 2 of these little parts on here. $62. Right, we've got a 4, we've got a 2. So they're right up there. That's in the middle. And then the other 4's the other side. Then we've got 2 of these little grey. And 2 of these. So the grill parts are on here. Right, this whole thing is attaching to the front part. Again, it's so difficult to see. That's coming up that way, so that's attaching here. Oh, knock that out. Right, that's gone there. That's gone on there. There we go. Right, so get this part building up. So that's on there. Now we've got are they attaching? Are they going from the back? Yeah. That's like no, don't like that one either. There, and that is going right over there. There we go. That's solidified that a little bit. 63 to 64. Let's see what they're doing. 3. So we've got these little circular parts. I think we've got them right. 2. So it'll be there. There, and 1 in the middle. Yep, and then these 2 are going from the back. There we go. Right, a lot of stuff going on. So one tile piece going on there. And we'll put these little stud parts because we know where they're going. They're going exactly there, either side. And then we've got these little, I don't know what they're actually called. One by 2s, but it's like a rounded piece. And they're going to stud up. And then we've got, right, so interesting. These are, I think they're almost like little, going to be like weavers, so they're attaching in and going up at an angle, and they're going over that. So let's see what they're doing. Don't know what angle these go at, but they're kind of just facing up, some fashion. Right, this is now going to attach to the back of this, so where does this go? So these little, right, I see these parts are buttoned up here, so I think I know exactly where we need to be, roughly here. Yep, that's going in there like that. That's attaching in there, that's it. So there we go. So that's really at the back and the front of the ship. Yep. Right, right, what have we got going on here? We've got some, probably have some spares in this part. Now, Again, right? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. There's little wedges that I have not put in anywhere. And that kind of worries me a little bit. Yeah, so they're going there. I think, does that maybe attach that to that, perhaps? Yeah, they're going there. Those little parts, yeah, they're going in. So they're attaching there. That's cool. Right, where are these these wedge soaps? I feel I've missed something. I've got to. So again, I'm looking for the one by tile. No. Right, we'll go for right this back. Right, let's just see. No, 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 no. Nope. Nope, nope. I see. Right, okay. Yeah, I see exactly where they're going actually. Yeah, they're just in the back of here. Yeah, they basically, yeah, kind of makes sense when I see it now. There we go. Now I think that's it, because that does give us a tile, a one by a cheese soap, and a yeah. That's gonna be it. It's amazing how you miss little parts, isn't it? Right, last bag. Last bag of days. Don't know how many we built for Boba Fett, but we're on to bag 4. I think bag 4 is here. Rip it open. Ah, right. Nobody else in chat. Probably I've got a worker or two, maybe. Anyway, it's not all about coming in and chatting. If you want to ask a question, anything about this set here, the Boba Fett one. Right. 4, so we've got 4 of these pieces. More than happy to answer questions. But I mean, I work quite often in streams where I don't really say much. Right, so these are reinforcing by the looks of it up in the middle section. So, up in this kind of area. Here, maybe. So, it looks as if, so I've got parts going on here. Oh, excuse me. $68. Then we've got is that a grey piece? It's there. We've got a black. Now I take it the grey piece, I don't think, is there? I don't think that is. Two. Right, that's dropping in this side, so that right, that's going in. That's dropping in here, like that, which is probably going to hang down a little smidge. Right, my guessing is we're probably going to repeat that. Yep. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this. I quite like the some of these sound ambient, but this, I think it's good, but it's maybe got its own purpose. So it's just Star Wars ambient. Of course, Star Wars ambient. Right, these could be. I think I need something that's a bit more maybe instrumental. If it doesn't, I don't think I'll get copyright strike, but. Oh, is that? Yeah, did that? Did I not flatten that up? Oh, there we go. Flattened it anyway, but. Just trying to see if I built that the same way. Yeah, it was. Right, so we've got the black one facing this way. Right, and that's just the same. It's attaching to this side. So let's just attach. There we go. There we go. That's it. So we get these two kind of arm parts just in the middle here. $72. Right, a rather simple one. So we've got basically plates going on the side. So again, we're working with this, so we're kind of keeping it close here. So we've got these plates here, little sloped elements. So it's going by the looks of it. That would be that way. There we go. And then these should be that way. So that kind of, that's nice. That reinforces that little piece there. Nice. And then we're just putting these black on the top. So it's covering this part. Which again is just going to reinforce that part. 73 to 74. And once again, we're pretty much just, it's a bit of an annoying build because it's not really, I don't mean annoying. If I move my chair over, I could perhaps build a little bit more efficiently. So if I get this like this, there we go, that's better. Right, so we're building up so actually, kind of the way they've got it here, it's not, it looks as if it's coming back this way, and then there's a little jumper plate here. Now is okay. Yeah, so that's we've got that the right way. So this part is quite nice because it's a little bracket going from here to from the sub assembly, from the kind of main frame up to this top part, which kind of does really reinforce this part, which is nice. There we go. 75, 76. So again, we're pretty much little builds. So we've got the old bullion. So this is a ×2. And we've got some little doohickey parts. So they're attaching up here. And then we've got blue elements, which is quite nice because it's going to fit, if I can get this part in. These blue elements are going, yeah, like that. Again, these are dark. Quite a few little weird kind of builds here. Right, so this is going like that, I would imagine. Yeah, okay, and that'll be the same this side. So it just drops in. Quite not big major parts going in here, but just little pieces building up the sort of frame. 78 again, we've got the same. So we'll get some black, some white. So it's up here actually. Is that attaching there? Right. Kind of weird this. See what that kind of. There's probably pins going to get in here, I'd imagine. go. Right, nothing else. I don't like some of these, in case they add a little part that's maybe hidden. Right, so quite a few parts going on here. We've got Technic pin in the 3 side. Then we've got another one attaching to, I believe, this side. Is that one going in the middle? Yeah, it's got to be in the middle. And then this part's going in there. And this whole thing is attaching on by the looks of it. Oh, that's quite nice. So it kind of meshes in. It fits in here, covers this part. Yeah, and there is a little gap there. I'm just checking that I've not missed a part. This is a better ambience. And that's going like that. There we go. So that sort of angles. No, that one's right. Why is that one different? Have I got that in a different part? Right, that one seems to fit better. This arm, for whatever reason, the arm this side. Have I maybe got that in the wrong part? Maybe. Yeah, I have actually. Well, have I? Yeah, that should go straight up. No biggie, I should be. Jeez. I should be able to get that in there. That up. Yeah, there should be a gap there. I put it in the wrong one. That's it. Right. There we go. That's it. Just had the Technic pin in the wrong part, which is easy to do. 81 to 82. So last bag. Right, what have we got going on here? Yeah, a lot of pins by the looks of it walking in. So 2 of these pins. 2 of these pins, and these look as if they're going in this front part here. So these are walking in. So they're in. We've got these ones, but these are getting modified with a collar over them. And then these ones are going in here. So this is walking in this Technic element here. Line that up. Get that in and through. That's it. Again, line it up. Pin through. And that walks in. So just pins going through here, through these parts, through here and here. So if you look here, there's, oh, I've just knocked something off, haven't I? Now where does that come off? Oh, where's this come off of? Why can I not see it? I see it. It's up here. Up there. Oh, for goodness sake. It's a bit of a weird... Why would they... See, to me that would just be a little bit of an annoyance, but I think that's going to like walk in somewhere along the line like later on. Right, that's that done. So again, we're building more onto here. part in there. We've got a little piece going up there. There we go. Kind of little steps here, nothing like little parts, which is quite good because it makes it a little bit maybe sort of easier. Right, so building up here. There we go, that's a little piece done. Now, what have we got here? We've got these bigger pieces. The page 86. Yeah, and we've got right. That kind of makes sense because that's now going to lock that little piece in. Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't copyright me. See, is that? Yeah, it's going there. There we go. Now that probably is going to conclude the build. I don't know. Anya's sleeping.
I'm not sleeping.
You're sleeping, you're dozing.
I have been dozing, yes,
Yes.
darling.
No, no sleeping. Sleeping's the same kind of thing, but it's...
I have been dozing.
Right, what do we do? Do we do another quick bag, or how back? Do we do bag 5 and that's us, or? I'll do bag 5. Bag 5 and that'll do it. It streams me very quiet anyway. Kate's gonna watch us on a repeat or replay. Right, let's do bag 5. It's a good number. Oh, I see it. Oh, there's another bit in there. Quite a few small parts, 2 small part bags here. Again, always check these bags because you can hide a lot. That little part went. I think it was like a clear part. Yeah, there is. It's a little disc. That was lucky. That was a clear disc. Right. Right, here we go. Just. We're kind of making good progress. That's the kind of Skywalker tune. I hope I don't get copyrighted.
I'm not going to
So, stream being quiet. I'm just. So I've stated before, the reason we're building Django is because we built Boba. So we actually did a poll, and the poll was, do we build Boba or Django first? And again, we could have built something different, but I think building Django, I think makes sense because it means we can actually look at the build sequence and compare it. Because I think at the end of the day, it's quite unique. I mean, I probably might never really build this type of thing again, but you're building really two ships, Django's and Boba's, both the same ship, you know, well, basically the same ship, but just different colour scheme. And I think it's just good to have that sort of, you know, to just have built Boba and then to build Django. I think it's kind of unique. There's maybe not many people have actually built them back to back. In fact, probably, well, there probably will be somebody out there. I've just automatically thought that was going to go in there like an update. But yeah, I think it's a good. It's good to compare, basically. As I say, there's probably not a lot of YouTubers. YouTubers. I was going to say Twitch there for a second. Would have built this. So, right, there's Technic pieces going in there. So I think it's good. But I mean, already, I can see a completely different build sequence compared to Boba Fett's ship. Completely different. Now, Boba Fett's is a bit more. Yeah, it's just totally different to this. This is a completely different ball game. You know, the two are completely different. Bit more basic Technic shapes in that one. Right, so these are going in here. So we get this little contraption here, and this looks as if it's going to clip on like that. Interesting. 90. And I think we're going to repeat this. I'm looking at parts here now. There it is. Technic pins going that way. they green? They could be green. Are they green? Oh, they look grey. They look grey. I don't think they're green. There's not enough green there actually. When I say there's one, I don't know if there's one green. Oh, I built that the wrong way, haven't I? Right, and then that attaches to. Is that like that? And over it, that's like that. Okay. So we turn this upside down, and this is attaching in here. Let's go in there. Up, down. There we go. So completely different to Bobber. Completely different.
Freezing again.
It's not that bad. I feel quite warm actually. Not warm, but I feel pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. Bit of heating on if you want, but
No, you'll get too warm, then you're all flustered.
kind of already flustered a wee bit. Right, so this is going through here, which is attaching to that. This is going to be the same the other side. Just going to walk that in. There we go. That's it. Right. Yeah, I think the bottom of the Jango Fett's going to be a lot better in terms of detailing. It's going to seem a bit more fuller. Where this one, if you look at the, if I turn this round, if you look at the base, you know, there's probably a lot of improvements that you could do to this. You know, you could fill in spaces here. You can see that section we built just here is probably replicated there. So yeah, it's a little bit different. So we've just done that. Right, we're building. I mean, you've got to remember there's like 11 years of Lego ingenuity from this to this. So there's quite a lot of technological sort of build techniques and stuff. '94. Okay, we'll get the old Charlie Sheen on here, which is really irritating. I might look into my next stream, maybe looking at a different orientation or something, because it really is bad. So there we go. It's honestly. Don't know how to do it for the. I don't. I mean, there's. Cannot. Honestly, I cannot win here. Cannot win. It's gonna net. It's the end of the world as we know it. I see now, because it's dark blue, it's very difficult to see. Just gonna net all these big pieces. Nice, nice. It's nice when you get a piece that's quite finishing. You know what I mean? It's always nice. Nice. 95. We're up to step 169. So we're turning it over. Okay, get this sheen here. Go, a little piece in there. Right, we've got a little hinge piece. Right, what we got here?
It's a nice click.
Huh?
That was a nice wee click.
It was pretty.
Clicky.
Right, green piece is that. There's gonna be a little bit of step there, but there we go. Right, over. So there's that green piece part. This ambience is quite good. You know, there's a lot of different sounds, a little bit of nature, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's a lot going on. And that's already there. We don't need that part. And what we got here? Just drawing onto that. So it's a little hinge. And that is going in there. Right, this is then going to attach. Oh, that's quite interesting. So it's going to be a little bit of a hinge here. And then we've got the little round element. Oh, that's shit. Now, who was... So, theoretically this is Fett Friday, but when I made the thumbnail I didn't put Fett Friday on it because although I'm going back to work, but there's the option of maybe building these like through the week as well as additional streams, which is what I wanted to do anyway, but oh, we've got a sticker element, so yeah, there's going to be a transitional piece. It's going to be like a blue, do you know, now where did I put the stickers? Did I put stickers in the second booklet? Back page? Yeah, I did. Don't know why I put them in. Well, maybe I didn't think I would need them. So the first sticker, which is going to be this blue-green piece here. So number one, which is this one. Again, use the old sticker element. I think the stickers have improved since 10 years ago. Even just coming off the backing, a lot better, a lot easier. Right, so here we go. This is going to be like this. You could theoretically cut down that line and just have the blue element of the sticker. It's, yeah. So I'm going to go like this. Now, so we want to go right up to the edge. Up to the edge. So there we go. There's the sticker element on. Not too bad. Right, so this part is now going to be attaching on to this part here. Now, how is this attaching? Oh, there's an arrow, right. Yeah, so this part's here. No, do you know what? Yeah, it's that. That's that side. Oh, I see, there's a clip. Ah, I see. There's a clip point here. So that's just going to clip in there. So let's go. There we go. That's it. She's in. Yeah, it's quite nice actually. So,
What are you doing at my door?
so you can see there, it lies flat. But when you do this, it folds into the curve. So it's going to create more of that shell element. And then this little part here is actually really quite nice.
Moving in?
It's going to clip on here.
You like?
He's well in.
So.
So that's quite a nice piece. It actually fits really nice.
Okay. I'll give you a wee phone in a minute. Jesus, John. Think he's throwing you out?
I think so. So basically, Anya's like, her brother's moving into her flat basically. Well, he's already in. I think that's been appointed.
I'll go into the other room.
Oh, don't tell me my mic's been muted since. Oh, no, it's because I pulled it out, innit? So my brightness all the way down. Here we go. Right, folks. Oh, this camera's a bit peely-wally looking. There we go. So, get it down just a smidge. So that's pretty decent. So there is Boba Fett's got quite a nice print actually. Boba Fett, Jango Fett, sorry. So a nice little minifig there. So there's Jango and all his glory. There is. I'll take the lid off. So there is the rather expensive Boba Fett. Is that going to focus? So there's a rather expensive Boba Fett minifig with a little cape. So I put that in my Wicked Bricks minifig display case, just because it's worthy of a display case. So that power bank was really good today. So I've got his hair elements. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put Boba. I keep saying Boba. I put Jango there at the back of his ship. He's got an extra hair. In fact, the hair piece. Where am I going to put? I don't think I can really put the hair piece on. Probably actually maybe put it on something, but I don't really have. Oh, my little. I want to keep that. What did I do? Did I put his helmet somewhere? Put his hairpiece on. Put his hairpiece. Put his hairpiece on. I'll put his helmet just there. But there we go, folks. That is going to conclude the Jango Fett build. So we actually got quite a lot done, but there is, I think there's 23 bags, so there's a lot more, there's a 1,000 more pieces than there is in this one, the Boba Fett, to the Jango Fett one. So, I mean, obviously, notably the colour's different. This helmet's going to go in it. So that's what we built so far. It doesn't look like much, but you can see that there's a lot of differences to the base. The base is completely, it's like a redesign kind of thing. I'm trying to find a part that I can stick on Jango's head. My pointer's disappeared. My pointer's... Yeah, my pointer's disappeared here. I don't know if they can... Could they fit? Could they fit his... No, that's just a collar. It doesn't fit a... Just want to see, can I fit that in there? No. I'm just trying to see if that... No, see, that doesn't fit in there. My pointer, my little pointer system I've got. Look, this is here, there. So I'll stick that in his hair. It's a little, just so I can put his helmet on and not lose his hairpiece, because it's not something you want to be. You want to keep everything original. So there's Jango. He's got his helmet on. Get his gun sorted, and there's his little hairpiece. His little hair system. That's probably what they call it, isn't it? A hair system. Right, this is sliding away. There we go. So, there he is. There's Jango in the back. He's slave one. But yeah, those sides are really nice. The way I think the way they've done this is nice. And it just looks a lot smoother. Be interested to see how this front part comes up as well. But anyway, folks, that is going to do it for me. So I'll get the old finger of death up. So when am I going to be back on? Probably Fett Friday will definitely be on. I may do additional builds of this though. Thinking about it. Anybody need any brick separators? Yeah, I may do some extra streams. Whether I stream Jango Fett or whether I start building maybe Gizmo or something, I don't know. I'll see how I feel, because to say, oh, I'm gonna do a Jango Fett stream Sunday. Come Sunday, because Sunday's a bit of a weird day. Just the way that I work, it's a very weird shift system for me. Because I'm back in the next night, so I don't really have that much time to kind of gather my thoughts. So if I feel good, I possibly will maybe stream Sunday. Yeah, but probably more Sunday. But if anybody's got any questions, it's been a very quiet stream. Not a lot of people in. I think Kate was in, but she was really tired, so she's going to watch this on repeat or watch it later, which is, yeah, it's always good, and that's one of the benefits of doing this stream. It means I can get quite a long sort of video, get it out live, so people can tune in and watch it live as it happens, or watch it at a later date. That's what it's all about. So but yeah, I don't think there's anybody in really. I think combination of, well, I'm not really on there, so yeah. So I'm gonna finish this. And oh yeah, so just to make note, the Series 28 minifig collection is, I think it was on New Year, but so there's a wee guy there. That's a little shark. Is it a female actually? Could be female. Yeah, I think it's female. Little female personage and a shark. The bunny rabbit. So these are the CMFs. And fish person, I think is another female. Pretty cool little minifigs. So I used the app to kind of verify what I had, which means that I can buy the whole of Series 28, but not really faff about with, you know, getting doubles and all that malarkey. So, oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a nice red actually. I'm actually, I don't say I'm hungry again, but I think I've got a yogurt there. Oh, switchers. Yeah, I'm a little bit more moody. Right, so I've got probably another sip left of this red wine. Ah, that's nice. That one was quite good. That ambient music was quite nice. But anyway, folks, I am going to head. Nobody's really in, so there's no questions. I'm going to put Boba Fett back with fake. It's not really fake, but not the proper minifig in the cockpit. I think I'd rather keep the Boba Fett in there. So I'm going to put him back in the shelf. Jango's going to go beside him. I've also got a space up on top for another big project. It's probably, I don't know when I'm going to build that. Maybe going to look at something maybe in the future. So that may be slightly later than built up next. Anyway, folks, toodle pips. I am out of here. I'll see you probably sometime soon. I'll probably say Sunday's a good bet, but not guaranteed. We'll just need to wait and see. Remember, if you're drinking alcohol, always hydrate with H2O. Keep hydrated, folks. But anyway, see you all later. Enjoy life. Build Lego. Do whatever you want. But just be happy. Catch you later.